Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Steve Jackson's Sorcery. We're going to be sorcering all the things. They've brought out part 2. You may remember that part 1 had a little live stream playthrough series by me and Zeke. If you don't remember, I will put a link to it at the bottom of this, and you can go off and have a look. It did all get just very slightly immature and puerile. However, Inkle have very kindly provided me with part 2 as a review copy, and so we are going to play through Carré, city port of traps. Oh no, it's a tap! A joke which you won't get unless you go and watch the first series, which you should probably do right now. I'm willing to wait. Let's begin the adventure. Drama! Whoa. Bloody hell. Right, this has all got a bit dramatic. The crown of kings has been stolen by the Archmage and taken across the backlands to Mampang. You have been sent to get it back. Should you fail, the whole of Kakabad will surely fall. It's probably going to fall, let's face it. A journey began. The first stage of your journey through the Shamantanti Hills saw many adventures, largely involving gags about tables, desperate battles with strange creatures, largely involving bears, deep and terrible caves. I don't remember us ever going in a cave. I think we got stuck in a pit. And the hunger and weariness of the road, mostly the hunger, because all we thought about was buying bread and cheese. But all of that seems a distant memory. Probably because it was about 18 months ago. You are approaching Carré, the city port of Tarps. Founded on a ford of the Jabarji River, and I should warn you because all of the place names in this are usually incredibly difficult to get your teeth around. Carré was once a camp for the pirates who ambushed merchants sailing from Lake Lunley to the sea. But the camp grew, bit like my banished town. It became a village, the village became a town, and they all caught dysentery. No, and now Carré is a magnet for the ne'er-do-wells and thieves, ruled over by a council of villains. Got 2 choices. It cannot be avoided, or let the city do its worst. Let's let the city do its worst, because otherwise, no drama. It is a place of treachery and tarps. You will have to be constantly on your guard, that's constantly audience, as you cross. Your goal is the North Gate, the only entrance to the backlands, and the next stage of your journey. If your quest is to succeed, that's a big if, you must enter the city port of Tarps and make it out alive. As if. Inkle presents a distinct lack of drama. It's all gone very quiet. But here it is, Steve Jackson's Sorcery. God, do you remember this as a kid? I do. I had the first book, if I remember rightly. I certainly had some of Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone's fighting fantasy adventures. Anyway, just to take you round the general vicinity of the HUD here. Here's your stamina and your gold and your rations. Rations obviously being the most important thing. This is your spirit animal, which is an addition to the books, because obviously that would be very difficult to manage in the books. And then we've got a little inventory here, in which we have the spell book. Oh, rations. 2 meals. I would eat, but that would be wrong. There's my spell book there. The Sorcery spellbook contains 48 spells of the High Craft, which I always forget. Zap, Foff, Law, Dumb, Hot, Wool. The likelihood of me remembering any of these is nil. Just like the real thing. We have the option to pray. I'm happy to admit I can't remember what that does, but I think it's when you're in trouble. Oh, that's right, you pray to your spirit animal or something. Anyway, big map as well, big, beautifully drawn map. And none of the hell of getting your dad to photocopy the back pages of the book so that you've got score sheets to write on. If you remember that. Anyway, let's proceed. Do I wish to rewind the story at my current location? No, because we haven't been anywhere. Not quite sure what happened there, but anyway. Twilight already. The great city of Carre has loomed large on the horizon all day, but has been slow to reach, the path tracing great loops back and forth through a deep and narrow pass. It's there. I can see it. Looks like it's under attack from a load of birds. Oh, hang on. Was I supposed to scroll down? Oh no, walk on. Walk on. You sense your spirit guide pacing beside you. Right now, it takes the form of the panther, but this will change as you change. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal you and even save you from death. But the spirits are not generous and decline to help often. Yeah, mine's probably already buggered off somewhere. Try and find the nearest McDonald's. You walk on, rounding a bend in the path, and then suddenly halt. Up ahead is a beggar, crouched low against a rock, muttering to himself, he's not having my rations. So we walk to the beggar. You stop out of sight behind an outcrop, but the beggar does not look like much of a threat. What shall we do? Do we wait and watch? Do we try to slip past, or do we approach him? Let's go for all the dramatic options. You call a greeting and stride over, and the man leaps to his feet, drawing a short stick from inside his cloak. How dare he? Who goes there? He demands. What's your business in Carre? I'm very tempted to just go, get out of my way, but then I don't really know why I wouldn't have just tiptoed round him, so I'm going to tell him I am on a quest. The man prods a little harder with his stick. A quest? A quest for what? I might as well tell him. He might have it, and this could be over very quickly. You watch his face closely for a reaction. If he has one, he hides it well. Never heard of it, he replies. What's it for? He prods harder. Answer me, or you'll face the consequences. Who are you? You're certainly very brave. The man beams with aging pride. I am the city guard. No one enters Carre except through me. And then, despite his age and clear ill health, he comes at you waving his stick. Well, we're not very far through this, are we? And I've already got people waving their sticks at me. I won't fight you, idiot. You are unarmed, except for the stick. Hang on a minute. If you don't class the stick as a weapon, what is the stick? Anyway, this is not late at night, and this is not me and Zeke. But believe me, if Zeke was here by now, there'd be a lot of stick jokes going on. He waves the stick close to your face, jabbing a few times, but you push the point aside with one hand. All right then, he declares. We'll settle this fairly. He tosses the stick to one side and raises his fists. Great. Do I want to fight him? He definitely wants a fight, doesn't he? Oh, let's have a fight. In most fights you will use your sword, but this one will be settled by your fists alone. Here we go. I can't remember how to do this, so I'm going to click on attack power. No, I'm not. I'll click on block. The beggar is not a powerful opponent. You should be able to easily overpower him, but instead you raise your guard. The beggar lifts his fists in defence as well. The round is a stalemate. Prepare to see stars, he declares. You better put 'em up. Come on then. For a strong attack we have to go to the right, and to defend we have to go to the left. I would suggest that we... Ooh! Clout, bash, thump, punch, pulverise. Blimey, it's a bit like it's a bit like 1960s Batman. Let's clout him. Oh my god! Hang on a minute. He means this, doesn't he? How dare you! Right. You are so getting thumped. With my foot. Hang on a minute. I know kickboxing. Wow. Well, there you go. That's wrong. I'm going to block this time because I've only got half stamina. The beggar, you see, performed a weak attack there. A strong attack would be wasteful now. A light jab will do as much damage. In that case, we will simply jab him to the power of 1. Oh, that's a clout. Oh well. Never mind, eh? I'll leave you with a lump, he says. I don't like all this sort of sticks and lumps business. Oh, it's my opponent's stamina that's at the top. Oh, in that case, I might as well just bash him 1. I win. You play a low attack, overpowering the beggar again. The beggar pants and groans and then collapses into the dirt. Brilliant boxing. I don't think I did that very well, actually, but I'll know better. Should I help him up? I think I probably should. Oh no! Help him up and he's after my food! The evening is drawing in and it must get cold round here. You don't have any food, do you? He asks sadly. Oh, seriously? I've got a man trying to poke me in the eye with a stick, or whatever it is, and then he wants my food. I might get some sort of good deed bonus, you never know. He's eating it like a wild dog. You see, it's the bread and cheese again. How dare you? Shall we tell him to come with me? He's not a very good fighter. The soldier considers your offer for a moment as he chews. You're sure? I know the word for the wall, but they will not want to let me through the gate. I could say I'll see to that, but there might be 28 of them. It sounds like we can help each other, though, doesn't it? Very well, then, stranger. A trade. You watch, this will be a word for my bread and cheese. And I ain't going to be too happy about that. The beggar walks a few strides ahead, the ghost of a military pace in his step. Shall I ask him his name? Yeah, go on then. Captain Thomas of the 4th Legion, responsible for the southern perimeter. Right. I think you're delusional. The man shakes his head. I've wondered it, but they locked us out, and they won't let us in. I think that means they've seen them too. I don't like all these they and them. It's very confusing. Seen what? Oh, there are goblins in the rocks. Oh, what are the goblins doing? Let's find out. I don't know. They can't get through the walls. But then I think I've heard them digging, scraping at the mud in the night. Really? Digging for gold? Maybe they've hidden their bread and cheese underground. The path winds through gorse and thick grass. Carre squats like a basin in the hills, like a stagnant, festering pool. You turn one corner and then another, and then the stone walls of the city are looming over you. The walls weren't built to keep anything out. They were here before the goblins. They were built to keep people in. Carre is one gigantic tarp itself. Oh. Why is it a tarp? Are the people inside not happy? Would you be happy ruled by pirates and thieves? Cast your eyes up. You can see them, archers, facing in both directions. You step out of the pass into the clearing. An arrow whizzes past your shoulder. You look up to see a guard on the top of the wall, who cocks a second arrow to his bowstring. Who goes there? He bellows. Friend or foe? I shall let Thomas answer that. He's got the word. Ha! Thomas cries back, friend, and the watchword is Cantapani. I'm sure we've come across that before. In previous series, the guard pauses a moment and then lowers his bow. Approach. Thomas turns and smiles at you. Oh, you see, it did work. Well, that's something at least. The south gate stands before you. It is as tall as 2 men and would be broad enough to ride 3 horses through if only it would open, but instead it is locked. There is no other way into the city, but perhaps a DOP spell will suffice. Awesome! It's even telling me which spell. Ooh. Oh. Yikes! Motion sickness. Tap the letters to find a spell. There's a D, there's an O, and there's a P. I've opened the gate. I've opened the gate. Why the hell they couldn't have just opened it for me? Do I think it's safe to go through? Well, I'm sure it is, because otherwise this wouldn't be much of a game, would it? So, with that, he slips through the door and dashes away. You hear nothing for a moment, and then the sound of shouting voices and feet rushing away. Slipping inside, you find the yard deserted. The old soldier has cleared it out for you, and you push the gate closed. That's good, isn't it? Closing the door behind me. Very considerate like that. We're in! To your left is a low stone building with metal bars for windows. Is it McDonald's? It is locked, but the key is still in the keyhole. At that moment, 2 soldiers march around the corner. Go in the building, go in the building, go in the building! The small room is dark, lit only by a narrow barred window. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to the gloom, so you don't notice that the door has swung shut. The old man who is watching sniggers with contemptuous glee. What? 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 Ignore him or greet him? I'll have to greet him because there's not really much else to do. You step towards the shadowy bench. Greetings, old man. He ignores you. He is concentrating hard on something on the ground just in front of him. A collection of small stones scattered as though for a fortune-telling. After a moment he gathers them up and tosses them again. You notice that his other hand is missing completely. The left sleeve of his tunic hangs limp by its side. Great. It'd be really rude and ask about his arm. Now let's look at his stones. He snatches them up quickly into his palm. If you want to play, he says defensively, then you have to bet. Play! Let's play! Play a game! Play a game! Swindle stones. Let's play a game. Right, one of his stones is a strange 4-valued die. I love it. I'm already gambling. The old man drops 4 dice into your palm and sweeps away a patch of dust on the bench for you to play. I don't know what means. We roll and bet on what's come up. So I might start and bet that between us we've rolled at least... But we don't know what's on the table, so I'm guessing. What? Make a combined bet on the dice by you and... I have no idea. Yeah, just bid 2 4s. He's now going grrm. If you believe my bid is too high, you call, and we check. Otherwise, we keep bidding higher and higher. Oh, okay. 3 4s? No, I shall... Shall I call? Can I call? I can't call. I'll bid 3 4s then. Now I think you've bid too high, so let us see who wins. Yes, please do. There are 4 4s, and the round is yours. Great. Good. So, what's your name? It's bid 1-1. Doomed, you say? Doomed? Oh, are we talking to each other at the same time? Is his name Doomed? What? Do I actually get a choice in there? Do I have any choice in this at all? He keeps telling me I'm doomed. Oh, I've been done. You'll start with 1-2. I don't seem to be able to... Oh, hang on. Oh, that's why. That's a bit silly, isn't it? I'll bid 2 1s. Because there are 2 1s there. Oh, God, I don't know what I'm doing. He says 2 3s. Oh, I think you're a liar. I assume that's the point. Anyway, yeah, it is. Right. It's like cheat, innit, but with dice. Right, I kind of know what I'm doing now. Here we go. What do they serve for food in here? That's what I want to know. The raw rat? Could they not at least just get a fire? Well, I did bring my own provisions, didn't I? Except, I gave half of them away. I did. Yeah, I did. I gave half of them away. Do we think he's got 2 3s? Because I doubt it. Damn it. If anybody understands the rules to this game. Surely I can't have 3 of anything because I've only got 2 dice. Why'd I ever go to the North Gate? Nobody goes there. Because I thought they were impressive. Yeah, I win. Whatever it is that I've won. He's only got 1 dice left. I shall bid 1-1. You've got a 3. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna call. Oh! Right, so we're down to the final lie. 1 5. Well, I've got 1 5 as well, so I don't think you've got a 5. I think you're lying. Oh! There are 2 4s. The old man wins the game. What? Oh no, that was a 4. There are 2 4. Oh. I'm completely confused. I think I got the rules just as I lost there. I definitely don't want a rematch. I have no idea what the point of that was. Right, we could try and escape though. We could talk to him again. He is quite dull. How can I escape this place, please? Because otherwise this is not going to be good, is it? In a day or 2, the guards will let you out, once they've decided that you're not an enemy. Or you can cast a DOP spell. What if I don't want to wait? You cast a spell. Shall I cast a spell? Do I get the opportunity to cast a spell? And open stuff? My spirit animal, incidentally, is a whale, which is probably the least helpful thing ever. Right. Cast a spell! This is sorcery, after all. God, that's a bit of a sort of epilepsy warning going on there, isn't it? There we go! Let's get out of here. While you have been locked up, the sun has sunk below the wall. You should be able to walk right out of here under the cover of darkness. The old man is less confident. He races out of the door like lightning. Lightning, you say. Right, let's just get out of here. There's a little diversion there. I'm not really sure what that was about. Let's go to this junction. At the end of the yard, the road splits. Looking left, you see the guard lined up in rows running drills. Best not to head that way. To the right, the road leads towards the first buildings of Carre, which, let's face it, is where we should be. You can just see the old man disappearing off in this direction. Go right. Night is falling. Luckily, by the roadside is a small inn, yay, which will make the perfect place to stay before you lose yourself in the winding streets of Carre. You're assuming I'm going to get lost. Alternatively, you could walk into the fields to the right and sleep out under the stars. From somewhere nearby, you hear a low, braying howl. Now, you would think, wouldn't you, that that would be coming from the fields. But what if it's coming from the inn? Oh, let's go to the inn, because bread and cheese. A sign outside the inn proclaims it the Crooked Finger. Excellent. You go inside and find an empty bar. Trade is bad. Well, it won't be when I approach the bar, will it? Greetings, traveller. You'll be looking for directions to somewhere else, I suppose. No, I won't. I need to eat. No food? No food? No point since the rats get it all. Oh, could you not just squash a rat for me? No. Shall I try haggling? Carre prices might not be what you're used to, but you can sleep in the street if you prefer, and then maybe you'll see why they're as high as they are. Oh dear. Oh, let's just pay. There we go. And then we can go upstairs. Without actually going up the stairs. I'm very clever. Excellent. After your long day of walking, the thought of a real bed is a welcome relief. You settle down, your belly grumbling with hunger. Eat, 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 eat. Da-ding! Stamina. 20 out of 20. But no food. You eat the last of your cheese and bread and then settle down to sleep. The sounds of the city drift to you on the night air, shouts and screams, and the occasional distinct howl. You doze fitfully. Let's dream. You always have to dream, don't you? Your dreams, when they come, are of the wall. Bring on the wall! Like a towering monster, drenched in moss and slime, the gate is white. Sorry, try that again. Like a towering monster, drenched in moss and slime, the gate its wide open maw. As you watch, it reaches down with fingers made from flagpoles and skewers the old beggar man, lifting him flailing into the air. Oh, that's just made this a PG-13. Meanwhile, the one-armed prisoner throws the knuckles of his missing hand onto the bench over and over, calling endlessly to himself. And it is though you can see the crown, sitting in the dust on the far side of the north gate, so close, and yet out of reach. Oh no! Well, that's terrible, isn't it? That was day one. We have 20 stamina. We have 13 gold. We have no food because people keep taking it off me and won't sell me any. My spirit animal is a whale. And it's the next morning. You feel better for your night's rest. Going downstairs, you find the bartender miserably counting coins on the bar. Need anything? He asks, hopefully. Flipping food, man. I still don't have any food. Try the flayer's hut. Middle road, up through the fields. He does a good stew. Stew. It's rained a bit overnight, and a busy crossroads marks the start of the city. So after all that, I've actually finally made it into Carre. Let's move quickly on. The North Gate awaits. Just at that moment, a cart rolls down from the road to the right and careens around the corner to take the main track ahead. On its back are several stacked crates. One teeters for a moment and then falls near your feet, its lid cracking open. I'm thinking free food! Kneeling down in the mud, you prise open the crate with your fingers. Inside is a pile of smashed bottles. The thick purple liquid spills about, littered with shards of glass. There are 4 bottles still intact, and it's Blimberry, a potion with many healing properties. Now, do I attempt to nick it? Oh, do I attempt to nick it? Would anybody notice? Oh, let's just take it. A lucky find indeed result. I just committed theft without getting done. Get in. Right, he set up the main road, didn't he, for the food? A little further on, you come across a body lying face down in the gutter. Oh, great. Let's just keep going. You ignore the body in the gutter. There's almost certainly nothing you can do to help, and it can't help you with your task, whereas one of the other creatures might. Ask someone about the North Gate? I need to ask somebody about the food. You stop a passing bent orc. I need to know about the North Gate. The orc shakes its head quickly and scurries away. You notice that he glances worriedly down at the beggar in the gutter. I'm not going to have a choice here, am I? I'll just look at the beggar. It's just another dead drunk face down in the gutter. A mark on the back of his neck showing the number 2. A circle around it. Go on then, roll the body over. Oh! You grip the body's arm and turn it over, and as its face swings round, you jump back aghast. The body is a semi-decayed corpse with a rotting head that is half skull, half putrid flesh, and worse, an evil smile is spreading across its face. Evil. A moment later, it has sprung to his feet, leaping at you. Sword time. Oh, do I not get a fight? You draw your sword and inflict a quick blow. The blade lands deeper than you expect, slicing the corpse right down the middle. It collapses in a bloody mess of arms, legs, and head. But a moment later, the body parts have lifted from the ground to surround you. Clawing, biting, kicking and shoving. Oh my goodness, that is grotesque. What is that? Oh, look away. Look away, let's fight it. I want to fight. You are now battling a flying mess. Ace. Cut the flying mess. No. Thrust. Thrust at the flying mess. Oh, go me. That is not a happy flying mess. Shall I just keep attacking it? Sideswipe. Sideswipe the flying mess. Oh! The flying mess got a hit on me there. The living corpse is all over me. There is hair everywhere as the head gets close enough to try and bite out your eyes. You are bleeding. Damn it! That's okay though, because I've got some healing potions. That's not going to stop me. It's not going to stop me trying to cut you. Time to best this hideous monstrosity. You aim a blow for its head. As the living corpse approaches, your blade lands deep into a leg. Black gunk oozes down your blade. Right, what can I do now? What can I do now? Shall I just keep going at it? Ah, I've only got 1.8 attack power left. Shall I? I'll just defend for this round, shall I? Passers-by on the street are stopping to watch in horror. See, now I can cut it! You settle the rising bile in your stomach and ready your blade. You chop at its legs. The living corpse, mid-lunge, hovers away from your blade. The corpse wobbles in mid-air, arms crashing into legs. You have confused it. I would say it's already fairly confused. Can I keep going? Sideswipe it! Sideswipe it! You slice for its heart! As the living corpse comes closer, your blade I'll try that again. Slices deep, almost severing one arm. I'd argue that they're already pretty severed. Tendons and ligaments are poking out from the corpse's flesh. Can it feel pain? You cannot say. But also, I can only sideswipe again. Let's do it. Oh no! The living corpse floats across the street and is on you. Your attack quickly turns to defence, and you block his grasping fingers as best you can, before they can reach your eyes. You are sent crashing backwards. Let's just defend for this round then. And what we're going to do now is get it. I didn't get it. No! Mid-move, you are vulnerable. One foot lands in your stomach, and then its knee is in your groin. How dare you? Ah! But now I have got you, stupid thing. You prepare your sword. You swing your blade fast. Then your blade lands into the creature's brain. The head falls to the floor, and the other limbs go limp in an instant. 10 stamina lost. Shameful. How dare you? Being insulted by a book. Search the body. Search the body. Oh, there must be something. Search the mouth, search the throat, search the belt, search the belt. Nothing. From nearby doorway, a face appears and beckons you over. Go on then, let's go in the house. I'm doing all the adventures today. You stride over to the hut. The face is that of a small gnome who begins to chatter in a high-pitched voice. You killed it! Did you kill it? I think you killed it! I killed it. It's wonderful, the gnome says. We're saved! It'll be a good few months before it wakes up again. What? No, I killed it. We'll cart it somewhere else. Here, we wanted to thank you. He reaches behind him for something. I've got the opportunity to kill the goblin, the gnome as well. That'd be awful. No, let's wait. Oh! He's given me some money. Oh, thank you. Peering through the window of the tiny hut, you make out 20 or so faces. 20 faces, but only 5 gold pieces. So you gave like 0.4 of a gold piece each. Yeah, thanks for that. Better find out what it was in case we experience it again. You used to be the second noble of Kare. Oh dear. He gets dumped in different parts of the city. That's terrible. Oh, well, let's ask about the North Gate. Where is it? Which way do I go for the North Gate? Oh, please say north. He actually has north, yeah. But it's locked. There's a spell that only the nobles know. I bet he knows this. I bet he knows them. I bet he knows them. He says, do I look like a knob? Should that be a noob? No, do I look like a knob? Well, it's a bit early in the morning, isn't it, to be saying like that? You look like your ear is near the ground. To know the lines, you have to go lower than that, and not even the nobles are alive anymore. You can ask the priest at the shrine, and he's given me 3 pebbles. I have found 2 new clues. Go me. Go me. Walk on. You continue along the road. On one side, the buildings are replaced by meagre patches of field, roughly fenced, and housing small, skinny cattle. It is quiet, with no one about. This part of the city port is barely habited, and certainly not somewhere the nobles would be found, but you may be able to learn some useful information from the inhabitants all the same. You pass by a large structure with its doors open wide. The smell of incense floats out from within. A shrine of some kind? Oh, I'm thinking priests. You can make out nothing but darkness. But there's chanting. I'm thinking priests with spells. Did you see that? I went back on myself there. The aroma of perfume and oil grows so thick that you begin to cough and choke. Oh dear. Who's there? You call out. There is no reply, just a quiet sound like a light footstep or the turning page of a book. Then there is a voice. Greetings, woman of Analand. I see you are an honourable soul. You are welcome. Greetings, you answer. The voice laughs, a gentle pealing sound like a chime. I see you are searching for something. Yeah, give me the spell. No, it's forbidden knowledge. No. And you see difficulty upon difficulty. Are you drawing tarot cards or something? It is. Cards being turned from a deck. Speak a word and I will tell you what I see. All right then. Gate. I see a closed door. I see a whispered secret. I see a trap of fire. Let's talk about fire. I see an eye of burning red. I see a whispered secret. I see a small creature. A pet. Actually, it's a whale. It's not small. Right, tell me about crown. I see a long road. I see a cloud of smoke. I see the rain that brings the morning. Suddenly, from the far end of the room, a single candle flame ignites. A shade has been lifted from the lamp, revealing a woman in a deep hood, seated at a star-shaped table. She is staring at the cards laid out in front of her. I haven't asked her enough questions. Stay back, she cries. You seek the crown of kings. You intend to conquer the old world. Well, I don't know anything about conquering stuff. I do seek the crown of kings, though, just basically because that's what it said at the start. I seek to save it. Nothing will save it. The damage is done. It would be better if the crown were dropped into the sea. Remember this. Who are you? The woman looks up with deep eyes. A long scar runs along her face from her mouth to her left ear. I see things, she says. Things that not all wish to hear. I wish to hear. Get on with it. You are wise. She turns another card, a movement that is almost involuntary. Then she looks up at you. That actually says involuntarily. Anyway, remember this. The crown is not in Kare. Damn it! But there are many who claim it is, and only one who is deceived. Only one truly believes. Right. Okay, thank you for that. You thank her for her mysterious warning, but her attention is lost once more, taken by the cracks in the flagged stone floor on which she sits. So looking at cracks in the flagstones is more interesting than me. Thank you. The streets will burn, she murmurs. The wolves must be turned around. You leave her to her dark vision. You step back out onto the path to continue your journey. Walk on. The main road continues up a small rise between small fields. Since no one can leave the walls of Carre, the citizens do their farming inside the walls as best they can. From the field to your right, you hear a groan. To your left, a narrow path winds away. Oh. Do I want to go for the noise? Do I want to go for the path? I need to get to, like, the priest. I need some food. Oh, enough looking around. I just want to go somewhere. The next junction. The next junction sounds good. I said the next junction sounds good. I said the next junction sounds good. Thank you. The road climbs between high fences and then into open fields. A little further on you see another rock face as Carre climbs another level, but at the top of this one is a line of grand houses with ornamental roofs and pillared colonnades. That sounds nobly to me. This is where the richer creatures of Carre live, looking down across the fields they own. You can imagine them sipping iron wine on their balconies and watching the toil of the farm workers through a spyglass. But the more you look, the more you realise something is wrong. A tree grows from one roof. Another has slipped sideways into the yard of the neighbouring house. These places are falling into ruin! You knew Carre was poor, but this is worse than you'd heard. Oh no. How awful. Well, I still need some food. The road carries on. More thin fields. Got some scarecrows. That's about it. What I need is Burger King. A short distance from the road is a small hut built from mud bricks. Smoke rises from its chimney, and a thick, rich smell wafts from its door. Yes, 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 this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Get in the hut. The Pizza Hut. The door to the small hut is a little ajar. A pleasant smell drifts out, but you hear nothing from inside. Better knock, I suppose. A voice calls back, "Enter, friend, but be careful as you open the door." You slip through the doorway as carefully as you can. Looking up, you notice a jar of some kind of liquid balanced precariously atop the door. Ah, a tarp. The shop is a kitchen. Yes! There is a fire in the grate with a pot above it which bubbles and smokes. On the walls hang herbs, vegetables, meats, and cooking equipment. Yay! Yay! Right, let's find the owner of this cooking equipment. Is it the octopus thing? Because that's definitely some weird octopus thing going on there. A strange-looking creature standing beside the pot. We could put the creature in the pot and eat that as well. His head is nothing but a green-coloured jelly. He's hard to spot because of the vegetables hanging on the wall behind him, but you can tell he is the chef. He looks very much like the chef. What do you want? I want food, Dad! Just give me the food! Yes! I have to say, though, that 5 gold pieces is a lot for bristle beast kidneys. Whatever they may be. Shall I say it's too much? He shrugs. No, 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 no. No, I don't want to leave the hut. I want to hit the hut. I need to hit the hut. Oh, no. I want food. Oh, no fair, no fair, no fair. No, no fair. Oh, hang on. It is a fair. I've arrived at a fair. Well, maybe they'll have some funnel cake. People and creatures sprawl across the path, and several tents have been erected, their poles joined together by more flags. You ease your way into the edge of the gathered crowd. It all looks good-spirited and fun, and with so many people here, perhaps you will pick up useful information about spell lines and city nobles, and maybe you'll get some chips. A small figure comes flying through the air and hits you straight in the chest, sending you sprawling into the mud. No! What? It is a short, stocky dwarf who has both his fists ready. I'm sorry, do I have "attack me" printed across my forehead? Going in close and risking a beating, you grab his helmet in both and yank it upwards. The dwarf's eyes appear, small and black and very stupid. He throws 2 more punches and then frowns. "Where's the ogre?" he says. "It's behind you." The dwarf turns, and as he does so, you stride smartly away. The fair spreads out all around you, a collection of booths and rings and tents and stalls. Hawk has announced the various attractions at the top of their lungs. The general atmosphere is cheerful, with just a hint of violence. I want a hint of food. Oh, musicians, bare-knuckle fighting. No, I didn't mean to go there. Damn it. That's not where I meant to go. Oh dear. Shall I watch the fight? Do I want to cheer for the ogre, shout for a barbarian, or cast a spell? I like the idea of casting a spell. Could take them both down in a big fireball. Oh, let's just wait and watch, because I've got no idea where this is going. Who challenges our champion? The prize is 10 gold pieces. Get some bristle beast kidneys for that. Oh, I'm really, really tempted, but I've only got 10 stamina. I tell you what, if I can't beat that last thing I faced... Oh, but I've got some healing potions. Can I use the healing potions? Ooh, take up the challenge. Oh, let's take up the challenge. Right, items. Magical items? Drink? Yeah. Drink another one? That should be enough, shouldn't it? I'd like to think so. Let's go mad. The crowd parts and you are helped up into the ring. Under his breath, the fight master outlines the rules. A fair fight, no magic, and pound your opponent until they can't stand. Do I want to look at the ogre, or do I just want to fight? If I look at him, he might attack me first. But equally, I might learn something interesting. Let's have a look at the ogre. He is a hulking brute, a creature who could almost be made out of stone. Great. What shall I call you? Oh, just call me the Analander. Oh, there were some gags about that in the first series of this. Anyway, yes. That, in real life, is roughly me compared to other people. He's only got 7 stamina. This should be easy. What shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? Shall I just go straight in with a pulverise? Pulverise! Oh, yeah! Is that all it got me, though? Is that all it got me? To take 2 stamina? Damn it! I'm gonna have to block now. Oh, he's blocked as well. Someone in the crowd is shouting advice. Take out his knees! Well, I can't, because... Oh, hang on a minute. I can. Bash. Shall I just bash him? I aimed for his heart. Do I not want to aim for his knees? Let's thump him this time. Oh, check me out with my flying kicks. This ogre is crap. Should I just block this time? Yeah, I had a feeling it might be coming back. The ogre is briefly distracted by scratching. Time for a bash. Preparing a heavy swing, you charge for your opponent. Tries to dodge. Oh, bash again. Yes! Get in! 1 stamina lost and brilliant boxing. Now give me my money. From across the field comes a murmur of excitement, and then quite suddenly, a small tornado lifts a tent sharply up in the... What? A tornado? Okay, that was some magic rubbish, wasn't it? But I need food. Can I go back to the food? I need food. I need to go back up here to the food. Oh, I've missed out on the food. Oh, this sucks. The middle of the midway, will that have food? That might have some food. Let's see if the midway's got some food. You push your way through the crowds to the very heart of the fair and look around at the attractions. Dancing bear, beer tent. Maybe it'll have some crisps. No, I don't want mugs of beer, I want food. What can I do for you? What's on sale? It's just... Oh, damn it! Oh, I want food, not drink. It's 1 gold piece for a mug and 3 gold pieces for 4 mugs. A tall, spindly creature raises his voice to announce that he's buying 4 mugs! I tell you what, I'm going to buy 4 mugs because I've just won a big fight. Shall I share it? Somebody might give me some stuff. Right, drink 1 mug and share the others. You share 3 of the mugs around and then lift the 4th yourself in a cheerful salute. The ale looks muddy and somewhat disgusting. In fact, it doesn't taste like beer at all. This isn't beer. Oh, I've been duped. Drink some yourself. I wish I could, but I can't drink while working. Just then another customer rolls up. His nose bright red and his eyes soggy. I'll buy it for you. He puts 10 gold pieces down on the counter. Enough for all 6 of you behind the bar. 3 sets of twins. It's remarkable, isn't it? Oh, take half the money. Stay quiet. Or should I still make her drink some of it? Let's make her drink some of it. 10 gold pieces to drink some of your own beer. I'm such a bully. She lifts a mug and places it under the tap, making some half-hearted gestures to open it. Oh dear, she declares suddenly, I'll just have to go and change the barrel. I can wait. You wait, but she doesn't return. The drunk man next to you waits for a while as well, but then he seems to forget while he's here and stumbles away through the crowd. He's left another 4 gold pieces on the counter. This is all about theft. Do you want to commit theft? The thing is, will I get a wicked weapon or something for 25 gold? Or do we not do that in this? Oh, that reminds me of a game called Dragon Slayer on the Acorn Electron where you wanted gold so you could buy better weapons. Oh, nostalgia! Oh, let's give them back to him, I'm feeling honest. Hurrying after the man, you return his money. He looks quite surprised. I don't have anything to sell you, young lady, he replies. That wicked noble Mulus put me out of business. Now he's dead and I'm drinking. Good day to you. He staggers away, taking his gold with him. You don't like the look of it, so you leave the crowd and walk away from the tent. Look back or don't look back? Oh, let's look back. You forget the tent and rejoin the fair. Oh, sorry. I think I just put don't look back. But I found a clue by not looking. But I haven't found any food. No. Do you think the end of the midway's got some food? It might do. Slip out of the fair, small tent, barrel boy. Small tent. That sounds intriguing. You approach the tent. By the door, a young elven woman is collecting the entrance fee. 1 gold piece, she declares, winking at you. What's in there? What's in there? What's in there? Marco the Amuser. Go on then. Got some money. Come on then, Marco. Have you got some food? The inside of the tent is dark, there are no candles or lanterns, and the cloth is thick black velvet, preventing any sunlight leaking inside. It's like a migraine tent. Brilliant! In the centre of the floor, a man with green hair is sitting cross-legged, his eyes closed. Hello! No, his eyes are still closed. There's a deep silence inside the tent. He simply sits there. I could grab his hair. Oh, let's take his wig off. You reach out to pull off the man's wig, but he reacts like lightning, his hand snapping up to catch your wrist. That's my act, he mutters, and then releases your wrist once more. What spell could I cast? Epilepsy warning. Oh, I don't know any spells. Is there a truth spell? I can't remember my spells. No. Now I seem not to be doing anything. There we go. Stop laughing at me. None of this is particularly useful. I suppose I could zap him. I suppose I could zap him. Do I want to rewind it? I don't know what I want to do now. What do I want to do? I don't seem to be able to do anything. Alright, then I'll re-enter the tent. I'll greet him again. I'll approach him. I'll grab his hair. And then I'll zap him. Spellcasting. Z-A-P. You cast the spell, building a powerful electrical charge in your head. No, in your hand, in fact. There are electrical charges in my head, that's a completely different story. In which you fling at the man. He disappears in a flash of smoke and dust, leaving nothing behind. With the hut now empty, you step back outside, nodding to the elven woman as you go. She wrinkles up her nose, smelling smoke. From across the field, the dancing bear seems to have run amok. Certainly the crowd around the dwarf is shouting and fighting, and the event seems to be closed. I just caused some carnage. I should probably leave, in fairness. I just wanted some food. And instead I ended up electrocuting somebody. Oh dear. I don't know whether this is a real path, but there's the quiet shh of a dagger being drawn from a sheath. Oh, it's fight time. Let's get him. I am loving this game. Let's charge him. Ooh, a good fight there. A very good fight. I did very well there, didn't I? Let's cut him. Hey, I'm getting a bit handy. Let's sideswipe him. Easy. Flawless fighting. But has he got any food? Apart from his useless little blade, he is carrying a couple of gold pieces and a couple of what look like gambling chips, rather than actual chips. That was a tarp, wasn't it? Well, I'm not impressed. Well, I've been to a fair. I've managed to kill 2 people, at least. I've got no food. And I'm half dead. That was good. I enjoyed that. I will probably be continuing this, but I have thoroughly enjoyed this, and I do like the design of this map. It's great. My spirit animal is a whale. I think that probably says it all. But yes, I shall continue this. So come back in part 2, when we will follow the path back to Pizza Hut, I'd like to think. Gameplay Jam.